Is this real? I'm sorry, I've had my head down in books for so long, I don't even know what today's date is. Can someone tell me? May 1st, 2015. Are you sure? Oh my gosh. We did it. We actually survived. I think we get a lot of applause. So, is this on? Oh, wow. Is that good? No? Yes? All right, so now that I'm alert and oriented times 4, and I hope I reoriented some of my classmates who probably shared in my delirium, I want to apologize to some of you who must think I'm crazy. I am going into psych nursing, so it kind of explains a little bit. To kind of make sense of my amnesia and disbelief that we actually are here today, I want to share with you one of the first experiences I had with this program. Class number 361. To be more specific, Professor Patterson's assessment class. To go even deeper into that dark abyss, return demonstrations. So, part of assessing our skills and how we're competent is to actually perform assessment skills on one of the lab partners. And hence the name return demonstration. And I actually had the pleasure of being Mr. Scott Lover's partner in crime. So he's back there. So one of the steps in this assessment was to listen to our partner's heartbeat and count the beats. And of course, we had a double stethoscope, so Professor Patterson was listening in on the other end of the stethoscope. Now, it sounds simple enough, right? Just counting heartbeats. There's a catch. A catch that strikes fear and terror into all of our hearts. If we were off by only 2 beats, we failed the assessment. No pressure, right? Well, I volunteered to go first, which was probably a problem, because I naively thought that I was going to get some kind of normal heartbeat coming from Scott's chest. You know, S1, S2, dub. What I didn't anticipate was that Scott was a nervous wreck. And what I got instead was something to the effect of a jackhammer. You know, I had my stethoscope on Scott's chest. I looked up at him, and I thought to myself, why on earth did I pick you as my lab partner? I thought I was going to fail. This was the end for me. But I swallowed my frustration. Looked at Professor Patterson, who had a double stethoscope ready to go, and I gave her the nod. And then the minute began, the longest minute of my life. And I counted as fast as my little brain could process. And I counted, and I counted, and I counted some more. And I got up to about 120, with 15 seconds left. And all of a sudden, the stream of incessant heartbeats stopped. And then start back up again. I slowly looked up at Professor Patterson. She looked back at me, and I asked her in disbelief, Did his heart just skip a beat? And she simply replied, why, yes, it did. And so began the first of many times in this program that led our hearts to have premature ventricular contractions. Whether it was scrambling around to put on a community health fair, studying medical surgical PowerPoints that were over 180 slides long, any form of test except Professor Blakely's, rapid critical appraisals, which, by the way, have nothing rapid about them, but they did teach us a lot. And, of course, the endless journals. Oh, if you need any one of us to tell you how we feel in a journal, we are experts on that. And you know, the list goes on. Needless to say, the program is not for the faint-hearted. It required a certain caliber of character. We are of that caliber. We have shown through this 20-month program that we have developed the skills and characteristics of a successful nurse. We have physical endurance, going to a 12-hour lecture one day and then turning around and going to a 12-hour clinical the next day, or even that same night. It's no easy feat. We have patience. Lose my train of thought. We have patience. Oh, look, I prepared a speech. Look at that. Skip that out. We have patience. Waiting for a final exam grade to pop up on iLearn taught us everything we needed to know about self-control and restraint. We have effective communication. SBAR. We have emotional stability. I think some of our friends and family would disagree with me on this one, but I think we can all agree that the program did bring out a lot of colorful emotions within us. We have collaboration. If it weren't for some of my colleagues and their detailed study guides, I would be up here right now. We have critical thinking. Calculating our final community grade required the mind of a graduate level mathematician. And last, but most importantly, we have empathy. If someone comes up to us and tells us how stressed their life is, we can look them straight in the eyes and go, I know exactly where you're coming from. Now, all these characteristics and skills that we have developed will certainly aid us in our vocation in nursing. And I really do want to thank the faculty and staff who helped us cultivate these. I also want to thank our families and friends who stood by our sides every step of the way on this very difficult journey. And you know, there's something else that we developed that I didn't expect to gain from an accelerated 20-month BSN program. Something that goes beyond capital, beyond nursing. I will never forget the first day of orientation, seeing all of your faces and throwing around that ball of yarn, wherever that is. But seeing a group of individuals from every sort of background and major gathered together to accomplish one goal. And little did I know at that time that this group would unite together to overcome their differences and work together so that all could be successful on this journey. You know, and from that unity, strong friendships emerged. Friendships that I hope and challenge will last well after we have found our place in nursing. And I really am grateful to have shared this chapter of my life with each and every one of you. And now that chapter is finally coming to a close. We have made it through the journey with the help of each other, and we're moving on to bigger and better things. And hopefully, any heart palpitations will be from the joy of celebrating this monumentous accomplishment. So, my class, my friends, I say this with the utmost honor and pride. Congratulations, CNAP class of 2015. We did it.